Okay, welcome to BoostTV. We're here today at the Uebel&Gefährlich in Hamburg. A very unique place. Actually, it's a location, it's a bunker. And we're here today with Adam Green, who is going to play tonight and presents his new album, Minor Love. So, hello Adam,
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
And
Put it there.
it's a real pleasure. You have been to Hamburg before, and have you got any special memories?
Yeah, my
of
favorite
this?
place in Hamburg is, maybe some people know, is Burger King on the Reeperbahn.
Okay, and so you've been hanging out here as well.
Yeah, the old Sailor Bar.
Okay.
Right off the Reeperbahn over there.
This is not a good day to call me, because I cannot spare some sympathy. My own feeling is mostly unclear, and when I'm talking to you, I'm not here.
Minor Love is the reason for this tour, and it's a very, very personal album. I mean, all of your albums actually seem to be
I
very...
think so. That's cool that you think, because I think that, but this one is easier to understand, I think, because the lyrics are less abstract. So.
Yeah. It reminds me actually of sometimes like it's reading a book, like reading a book, because all the songs seems to be like chapters and pretty close little stories, but they line up and make an entire picture, which is a real, very unique.
Yeah, it kind of becomes like a, like I was saying, becomes an album about like romance and problems with it and things. But actually, there's more songs I wrote for the album that are about drugs.
Oh, okay.
And the original album was going to be about drugs and women, but now it's just about women. Well, I think that the album isn't that sad, really. I mean, there's parts of it that are sad. It's not like I don't know. You know, I think if anything, the way that it's like the way that you learn how to talk with somebody, that when you're in a long relationship with them, and you're like laying next to them in a bed or something, and you like have these kind of different kinds of ways of talking with somebody, and then that's kind of what's in the songs more, and that's what changes it from anything else I've written before, because usually I've just never been writing songs from that kind of place, But that's partially because I just didn't know about it, so.
When you record such an album, how long does it take from the moment that you start writing material to the final day of recording?
In this case, a year. About a year usually. I can make an album every year, but a lot of times I'm told that they don't want me to, or it's not what is wanted from me in general. So I could make it one album every year, but I do a lot of other things now. I paint. Been painting a lot of pictures. I was doing sculptures. I'm having an art show in March in New York City, and just stuff like that. I type a lot on the computer. I like just creative writing, and I do like the Lake Room, which is a website.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So stuff like that.
So people check that out.
Yeah, thelakeroom.com. It's I think it's the best website around.
Breaking locks and getting shocked. Well, no one should ever hold me up. I've been too awful to ever be thoughtful, to ever be nice.
Now that you go out on tour, is it still the same kind of vibrations or positive vibrations when you have a new album out to present it to people?
Yeah. I mean, this whole tour has just been so much fun, because there's so many songs to play now. Like I have, I think, like 130, 40 songs. So my band knows about 100 songs. There's a lot. We could change the set a lot.
That's
every
cool.
night.
That's
We never play the same set twice anymore.
So if people see you on tour in two different locations,
right,
they see totally different shows.
Yeah, I think so. Especially if you saw a show like a month before, because we change a couple of songs each night, so it would be really different from the first one of the tour.
That's interesting.
So is flashing by as late return.
Well, now that you are on tour, isn't that very stressful as well?
No, 'cause I'm just not thinking of it like I live anywhere. It's just, you know, it's like being a sailor, really. You know, that's why I'm wearing this anchor.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like that.
Adam Green, the sailor.
It's like being at sea. You can't really think of it, you know. I mean, I'm not supposed to be anywhere different. I'm supposed to be doing the tour. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's how I think of it, you know. But I don't think of myself as living anywhere right now, and I haven't for a few months.
When you look back to the days when you started your career and signed your first record contract, and now a few years later, has this business changed in your life, and how did that affect your life?
Yeah, it's hard for me to see it, to separate what's the actual business, record business, and what's just my own thing that I was doing in it. Like, I don't really know what's. I mean, like, I've obviously had records that came out that didn't do so well, and then ones that did really well, and then some that like with the Juno thing that just did well later, like much later, but. And I don't really know what's exactly my involvement in it and what's the changing record business and stuff. But I mean, I will say that I do think if I had $1 for everyone that had like the Jessica Simpson song, I'd be really rich, you know. Like, and I don't, so I think that's kind of weird. But you can't change it, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, also
because people downloaded it, I guess. I think a lot of people have. If I had $1 for the music that people download, that'd be crazy. But you would never have that even if people did download on iTunes. I think that's what I understand is they don't give you like a lot of money for it anyway.
Minor love can be shorn like a scar.
Well, Minor Love. You just mentioned that the album was supposed to be about drugs and women. Now you left out the drugs.
Yeah, they're gonna maybe come out as an EP. That's what I hear.
That's what I wanted to know.
Limited edition, 7-inch.
Okay.
Yeah.
The obvious idea would be the next album would be the drug album.
Well, I think the next album is gonna be a metal album.
A metal album.
Yeah, that's what I would like.
That would
I'm gonna make a metal album and a folk album, and then I'm just gonna say to the record label, you pick which one you want to put out.
That's crazy. That's crazy, insane. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
I hope you have a nice show tonight. Have
Thanks.
fun, and wish you lots of success for the rest of the tour.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you, Adam.
Right.